Hello, friends. Welcome to the second part of chapter number 5, the fundamental unit of life, cell. In the previous video, we have discussed up to cell wall and cell membrane. Now, in this module, we will discuss about another organelle of the cell that is called nucleus. Now it is the main and round organelle of the cell which is situated in the middle of the cell. हम बोल सकते हैं सेल का कंट्रोलिंग सेंटर है न्यूक्लियस, जो उसकी सभी एक्टिविटीज को कंट्रोल करता है. अगर आप इसे ध्यान से देखें तो इसके आउटर कवरिंग में आपको डबल लेयर्ड मेम्ब्रेन दिखेगा, जिसमें जो आउटर लेयर है इट इज पोरस इन नेचर, जिसमें बहुत सारे पोर्स हैं जो मटेरियल एक्सचेंज में हेल्प करते हैं. एंड द इनर मेम्ब्रेन इज डबल फोल्डेड लाइक एन एनवेलप. दैट्स वाई न्यूक्लियर एनवेलप और न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन, इसको दोनों के नाम से जाना जाता है. द न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन हैज पोर्स which allows the transfer of material from inside the nucleus to its outside, that is, to the cytoplasm. This nuclear envelope has many pores and it encloses a fluid which is called nucleoplasm. So friends, inside nucleus you will find nucleoplasm, which is a fluid, as well as some thin fiber-like material which is called chromatin fiber. When the cell is about to divide with the help of nucleus, at that time these chromatins convert into rod-like structures which are called chromosomes. So as you can see in this image, this is a chromosome which is formed during cell division through nucleus. Chromosomes contains information for inheritance of characters from parents to next generation in the form of DNA, which stands for deoxyribose nucleic acid. Chromosomes are composed of DNA and protein. DNA molecules contain the information necessary for constructing and organizing cells. Now the functional segments of DNA are genes. As you can see, inside nucleus we have chromosomes, and these chromosomes contain so much of DNA which consists of ladder-like structures which are called genes. These genes are responsible to transfer characteristics from parents to offspring. Chromatin material is visible as entangled mass of thread-like structures. Whenever the cell is about to divide, the chromatin material gets organized into chromosomes. The nucleus plays a central role in cellular reproduction, the process by which a single cell divides and forms two new cells. It also plays a crucial role, along with the environment, in determining the way the cell will develop and what form it will exhibit at maturity by directing the chemical activities of the cell. So you can see in this figure, cell divides with the help of nucleus into two daughter cells. This purpose of dividing of nucleus into two parts of the cell is called cell division. Hence we can say nucleus is also considered as reproductive organelle of the cell. Prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Now friends, in the previous section we have seen that nucleus consists of a nuclear membrane which encloses all the nucleolus as well as nucleoplasm. However, there are certain cells in which there is no nuclear membrane, or due to the lack of nuclear membrane, all the nuclear organelles as well as nucleoplasm spreads into the cell, which makes irregular shape of the nucleus. Such cells are known as prokaryotic cells, and such an organism which has a prokaryotic cell is called a prokaryote. The word prokaryote means primitive nucleus. Example of such organisms are bacteria. So you can see in this figure, there is no nuclear membrane, or we can say nuclear membrane is absent, due to which all the organelles of the nucleus are spread into the cytoplasm. Similarly, organisms with cells having a nuclear membrane are called eukaryotes. In such organisms, the nucleus is covered with double-layered nuclear membrane, due to which the shape of the nucleus is round. Hence, we can say such organisms are called eukaryotes and their cell is called eukaryotic cell. Now, compared to eukaryotic cells, prokaryotic cells lack most of the other cytoplasmic organelles such as mitochondria, ribosomes, Golgi apparatus, which are covered by double membrane. Hence, we can say prokaryotic cells lack double membrane organelles. Many of the functions of such organelles are also performed by poorly organized parts of the cytoplasm. Now let us understand with the help of an activity how a eukaryotic cell looks like. Let us take a glass slide with a drop of water on it. Now using an ice cream spoon, gently scrape the inside surface of the cheek. Does any material get stuck on the spoon? With the help of a needle, we can transfer this material and spread it evenly on the glass slide kept ready for this. To color the material, we can put a drop of methylene blue solution on it, which is one type of a stain. We already know what is the purpose of stain. It is used to color the parts of the cell. Now, the material is ready for observation under microscope. Do not forget to put a cover slip on it. What do we observe? What is the shape of the cells we see? Draw it on an observation sheet. Was there a darkly colored spherical or oval dot-like structure near the center of each cell? This structure is called nucleus. Were there similar structures in onion peel cells? So first of all, with the help of a toothpick, we will scrape out the inner skin of our cheek, as shown in this image. Now, we will spread that material over a glass slide, and with the help of a dropper, we will put some amount of methylene blue solution over it. Now, using a mounting needle, we will put a cover slip over this and we will wipe out some extra amount of methylene blue solution with the help of a tissue paper. Now, we will observe it under a microscope, which will show us this type of an image. You can see some dotted organelles, which are dark colored, located at the center of these structures. We call them nucleus. Cytoplasm. When we look at the temporary mounts of onion peel as well as human cheek cells, we can see a large region of each cell enclosed by the cell membrane. This region takes up very little stain. It is called cytoplasm. So friends, हमने आगे वाली एक्टिविटी में जब चीक सेल्स को ऑब्जर्व किया था, तो न्यूक्लियस के सराउंडिंग में हमें लाइट ब्लू कलर का कुछ ऑब्जर्वेशन देखने मिला था. ये जो लाइट ब्लू कलर का सब्सटेंस है, इसे कहते हैं साइटोप्लाज्म. This cytoplasm is the fluid which is inside the plasma membrane. It also contains many specialized cell organelles. Each of these cell organelles perform a specific function for the cell. So, different organelles of the cell which are present inside cytoplasm are as follows. Number 1, endoplasmic reticulum. Number 2, Golgi apparatus. Number 3, lysosomes. And number 4, mitochondria. Apart from this, you will also find plastids and vacuoles in plant cells. Endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum is a large network of membrane-bound tubes and sheets. It looks like long tubules or round or oblong bags, which are also called vesicles. It is having similar membrane just like a plasma membrane, that is, it is also surrounded by double membrane just like a plasma membrane, and you can see it is connected with the nuclear membrane. These are large networks of tubes which act as a transportation system and also helps to transport materials from nucleus to other parts of the cell. Now, depending upon the structure of endoplasmic reticulum, they are classified into two types. Number 1, rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is abbreviated as RER, and second is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, abbreviated as SER. RER looks rough under a microscope because it has some particles on its surface. When observed under microscope, you will find some particles on its surface which are called ribosomes. These ribosomes are site of protein manufacture which are present in all active cells. The manufactured protein are then sent to various parts in the cell depending on needs using the ER. Hence you can see this is rough endoplasmic reticulum consisting of small granular structures called ribosomes. These ribosomes are responsible for production of protein. Hence we can say rough endoplasmic reticulum helps in transportation of proteins. Similarly, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The SER helps in the manufacture of fat molecules or lipids, which are important for cell function. Some of these proteins and lipids help in building the cell membrane. This process is known as membrane biogenesis. So friends, जैसा हमने आगे पढ़ा था, सेल मेम्ब्रेन जो है वो प्रोटीन्स, लिपिड्स और कुछ फैट मॉलिक्यूल्स का बना हुआ होता है. ये सभी मटेरियल्स उन्हें प्रोवाइड करते हैं स्मूथ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, और इस प्रोसेस को हम कहते हैं मेम्ब्रेन बायोजेनेसिस, which is a process of development of cell membrane with the help of substances provided by endoplasmic reticulum. Some other proteins and lipids function as enzymes and hormones. So friends, अगर आप स्ट्रक्चरली स्मूथ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम को देखेंगे तो उसके ऊपर आपको राइबोसोम्स नजर नहीं आएंगे. This is the difference between RER and SER. Although the endoplasmic reticulum varies in appearance in different cells, it always forms a network system. Thus, one function of the ER is to serve as channels for the transport of materials, especially proteins. This transportation occurs between various regions of the cytoplasm or between the cytoplasm and the nucleus. Endoplasmic reticulum also functions as a cytoplasmic framework, providing a surface for some of the biochemical activities of the cell. In the liver cells of the group of animals called vertebrates, SER plays a crucial role in detoxifying many poisons and drugs. So friends, these are some of the functions of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So this brings us to the end of second part of chapter number 5, Fundamental Unit of Life. Thank you so much for watching this video. In the next part, we will discuss about other organelles which are present in the cytoplasm. Please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel Vigyan Shala, and also press the bell icon for more notifications of new videos.